Okay, there's the problem statement. We're finding a volume of revolution using cylindrical shells about the vertical line x equals 7. Here's a picture of what's happening. This is the region. This curve right here is y equals x cubed. This is the line y equals 8. This is the line x equals 0. And where the line y equals 8 intersects y equals x cubed, that's the point 28. If we're going to use cylindrical shells, we want our typical shell to be parallel to the axis of revolution, which is this line right here. And for the cylindrical shell method, we want to use 2 pi times the definite integral from where to where? Well, these typical shells occur between x equals 0 and x equals 2. If you go to Desmos for this graph, you can slide this point along here to see the shells changing, a typical shell changing. And then it's the height of a typical shell, which is this segment right here, and an expression for the height of that shell for any x between 0 and 2 is the y coordinate at the top, which is 8, minus the y coordinate at the bottom, which is x cubed. In other words, we're subtracting that little distance right there. So height of the shell, 8 minus x cubed times the average radius. Well, the average radius is the distance from the axis of revolution to the center of a typical shell. Well, this distance is x. So if we take the entire distance, 7, and subtract x, we'll have the length of that green segment. So there is the average radius times dx, the width of the shell. Okay, and so here's what that looks like. It looks like the decimal approximation is 467 point something. If you multiply these two binomials together, you get this 4-term polynomial. If you find the antiderivative of this, that's this that I called f of x. F of 2 minus f of 0 gives us the value of this definite integral, 372 over 5. Then if I multiply that by the 2 pi, I'll get the final answer. And here's an exact answer, 744 pi over 5. Okay, hope that gave you some idea of how to do these kind of problems. If you have any questions, go ahead and post a comment.